Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I will present about how COVID-19 affect Malaysia economy and job sector. For the this code subject is AGR 113 and my lecturer is Ms. Hazwani binti Muhammad Azhar. This is about me. My name is Muhammad Nur Amir Azim bin Shaiful Izam. My class is M3801102D and my matrix number is 2022871582. For the introduction, Malaysia recorded its first case of COVID-19 on early 2020. COVID-19 was a disease that came from Wuhan, China, and it's made the whole world have an economic crisis, including of Malaysia. Economic crisis happened because of the number of unemployment increase and many people lost their jobs. Effects of the pandemic make the economic sector such as travel and tourism, business and other job sector had to be closed. Around about 64.5% of jobs in Malaysia cannot be operated from home because of the pandemic. But there are only certain jobs can be performed such as the doctor, government, police officer, medical scientists and journalist reporters. Next, we will move to movement control order. Okay, I will explain what is movement control order, or we can call it as MCO. The COVID-19 pandemic's lockdown gave an effect in our daily life. The government have decided to make MCO. Movement control order of MCO was introduced in Malaysia on 18 March 2020. The citizen needs to follow MCO because government objective is to minimizing COVID-19 disease from spread widely. MCO is a system when people cannot be moved normally like before. They need to stay at their home during pandemic. This also means that people cannot work like before and there are certain sector need to be closed such as tourism sector and business sector and it needs to be stopped to be operation. In other ways, most people was jobless and unemployment because when pandemic was happen. So that's why economic in Malaysia decreased during pandemic COVID-19. Alright, next we will move to example of economic sector that affected during pandemics in Malaysia. First one is tourism sector. When MCO started, all tourism sector need to be stopped operation. This is include of airline and hotel industries and it made a huge loss to them. There are at least 120 hotels were closed during the pandemic and it also made people lost their job. In the same times, tourists from other countries cannot enter our country. Second one is business sector. For the business sector, it's also affect to them, especially to small or own business. This was happened because people must stay at their house and cannot go outside during pandemic. So they need to close their business because of MCO. Item that they must to be sell cannot be sales. After that, unsold item will be lead to wastage and it will affect to supplier. Okay, as you can see here, this is a graph about Malaysia unemployment rate from 1999 to 2020. Let's take from 2013, which is the rate of number of unemployment is 3.16%. For 2014, it decreased to 2.88%. And for 2016, the number of rate unemployment is increased to 3.44%. From 2016 until 2019, the rate of unemployment is decreased, but in 2020, when the pandemic was happened and during the MCO, the rate of unemployment is increased highly from 4.54%. So that means they need to stay at home and they had no work to do. Okay, next, the for 2021 until 2022, the rate of unemployment rate is decreased from 4.05% until 3.73%.
The Statistics Department of Malaysia has revealed that the unemployment rate is at the highest in 10 years. The country's unemployment rate hit 3.9% in March, the highest since June 2010, when the rate was at 3.6%. In a statement today, the department said the high unemployment rate was mainly attributed to the adverse impact of the movement control order on the labour market. They said the number of employed persons in March dropped 110,000 to 15.23 million people compared to February. According to the data, the unemployment category with the highest unemployment rate was those in the age group between 15 to 30. The unemployment rate was at 1.4% for those between 31 and 45 and 1.1% for 46 to 64. The rise in unemployment is likely linked to companies struggling to make ends meet during the MCO. A survey by the Statistics Department of 4,094 companies found that 53.4% only had enough funds to sustain their business for 1 or 2 months if they put employees on fully paid or half-paid leave. Another 16.5% could sustain for less than a month in the same scenario. According to the survey, 3.5% of companies resorted to terminating workers during the MCO, while 16.5% sent workers on unpaid leave. 42.5% of companies surveyed said it would take more than 6 months for them to recover, while 1.9% have been forced to close because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay, to sum up everything what I already explained before, the COVID-19 pandemic give more disadvantage compared to advantage to economy in Malaysia. It is also causing job losses across sectors and make the number of unemployment rate was increased and challenge business sector. We can minimizing the number of it, such as doing online business through social media. Therefore, we can continue to provide our family needs. Okay, so this is my reference to complete my video presentation. I have four of them. The first one is about COVID-19 pandemic and unemployment in Malaysia. The second one is movement control as an effective measure against COVID-19 spread in Malaysia. The third one is about post-pandemic tourism industry in Malaysia. And the last one is about how has COVID-19 affect Malaysian business sector. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.